A man admits role in terror plot. A man under investigation in a terrorism probe in New York and Denver has indicated he is associated with Al-Qaida and played a key role in a planned terror attack, a senior U.S. intelligence official has said. Najibullah Zazi's attorney says he has never met with Al-Qaida operatives and isn't involved in terrorism. Zazi completed a third day of questioning by F.B.I. agents in Denver on Friday, but he was not under arrest. More questioning is expected. Well, he's either a terrorist or he's not. He's got to be one or the other. The intelligence official in Washington told the Associated Press that Zazi has indicated that he is directly linked to Al-Qaida. The official, who would not give his name, in order to discuss intelligence matters, said Zazi played a crucial role in an intended terrorist attack, but that it was not immediately clear what the targets were. The official went on to say that the plot was being directed from outside the United States. Zazi has undergone hours and hours of questioning this week, and his apartment and his uncle and aunt's home in suburban Denver have been searched. Authorities have not said what they found, have made no public statements on the investigation, and Zazi hasn't been arrested. And his attorney, Arthur Folsom, says he doesn't expect him to be. NBC News has reported that the FBI had Zazi under surveillance for months and feared an attack on the U.S. The FBI also searched apartments in New York that he visited and discovered a laptop computer that contained plans for making bombs, NBC has reported, but no bombs were found in the searches in Denver or New York. Zazi admitted to attending a terror training camp in Pakistan, where the FBI believes he may have had contact with members of Al-Qaida, NBC has reported. Links to Al-Qaida? Another official familiar with the investigation told the AP that Zazi had contact with a known Al-Qaida associate, but he would not provide details on the location or nature of the encounter. The official said agents have been monitoring Zazi and 4 others in Colorado as part of a terrorism investigation. FBI agents in Denver questioned Zazi's father, Mohammed Zazi, on Friday about his son's background, said attorney Armstrong Graham. Asked by reporters if his son was frightened or scared, Mohammed said, "If you don't have anything, why would you be scared?" And he refused to answer any more questions. FBI spokeswoman Kathy Wright said she couldn't comment, and it wasn't immediately known whether Mohammed Zazi was one of the 4 others in Colorado being watched by the FBI. Najibullah Zazi's attorney, Arthur Folsom, says his client has never met with Al-Qaida operatives and isn't involved in terrorism. So again, how can it be both yes and no? How can he be a terrorist and not a terrorist? If he is a terrorist or potential terrorist, why is he walking around? Why is he not being detained? This is a sign of the times for sure. There's something going on here. He's simply somebody who is in the wrong place at the wrong time, Folsom said. Folsom told the Denver Post the agents aren't repeating questions to Zazi, but are asking different things. They are going through things. The best I can describe it is chronologically, covering all the bases, his attorney said. U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder has insisted that there is no immediate danger. There are no imminent threats on the basis of what we have uncovered, Holder told reporters in Minneapolis. The FBI is working this case around the clock in both cities and other parts of the country, and we will make sure but if there are crimes that were committed, they will be charged and people will be held accountable. Warning on bomb materials. Najibullah Zazi is a driver for an airport shuttle service in Denver. Authorities say he rented a car and drove from Denver to New York, crossing into Manhattan the day before the anniversary of the September 11, 2001 terror attacks. Perhaps there's some paranoia going on here. And how can it be both yes and no again? He was stopped in what was described as a routine stop at the George Washington Bridge before he was allowed to go free. A relative said Zazi drove because he wanted to see the American countryside. But Zazi said he went to New York to resolve some issues with a coffee cart he owns in Manhattan. But officials suspect that something much more sinister might have been in the works. FBI agents and police officers with search warrants seeking bomb materials searched 3 apartments and questioned residents in the neighborhood in Queens where he was staying. Federal intelligence officers have sent state and local officials details about different hydrogen peroxide-based explosives. So, is he a terrorist or not a terrorist? And Zazi, and a terrorism probe in New York and Colorado, did not report for a 4th day of FBI questioning, so he could spend a much-needed day with his attorney, the attorney's spokeswoman has said. He had been scheduled to go to the federal building in Denver on Saturday, but a spokeswoman for Zazi's defense team told the Associated Press that Zazi and his attorney contacted the FBI to cancel the meeting. They are meeting as client and attorney to review the case and the entire situation, she said. Further meetings with the FBI are not being ruled out. I do know that Mr. Zazi is very tired, she added. The FBI had no immediate comment. So, which is it? Has to be one or the other. Again, like you say, if he really is a real terrorist, or a true terrorist, then he would not be walking around. He would not be a free man. He would be detained. So what's really going on here? This is a very confusing situation. Yes, it is. And, once again, everything is connected. And these are more signs of the end times. Transition days. Transition is ongoing and happening. Day by day.